Nian Anecdotes, Chapter 2. Let's do this. Act 2. Greeting. Drop your weapons and step back. I said now. These guys aren't even human. No need to show mercy. Do you copy? All targets in Sector 7 are confirmed to be terracotta. Are they really reunion? It's a diversion. Confirm their identity first. Chief Wei, the situation has changed. There's more of them. Almost every squad on patrol has spotted reunion elements. Another report of a brief spike in temperature in some areas of the city. What are the monitors doing? No reaction. But looking at the other numbers, everything does seem normal. The enemy attacked as soon as our squad approached. They did not respond to any hails. We are unable to establish communication. The enemy is scattered. They're weak. Resistance low, but there's lots of them. Is this really reunion? The heat source is shifting. Find a way to track that. There are no breaches in the city's defenses. They couldn't have gotten in. Don't panic. Summon even number formation. Worst case scenario, engage the enemy in the city. Give priority to evacuating civilians. The downtown area is densely populated, especially Temple Street. Have all police officers within that district focus on evacuations. Contact the satellite cities to check if there are any breaches in the defensive lines. Confirm the enemy means of ingress and hold firm. Reunion shouldn't be long gone. We need to identify the enemy. Getting control of the situation is our main task. This is not the first time Lungmen has suffered an abnormal occurrence at New Year's. No need to panic. Stand together. The LGD has nothing to fear. Right. Apologies, Amir. Doctor. While you have only just arrived in Lungmen, we have no time to offer you our hospitality. Don't worry. Our agreement has been in effect since the moment Rhodes Island's moored. Please, leave it to us. We'll assist the LGD. What's with those things? They look familiar, but what they... Hey, over here too. Hey, get out of the way. Phew. Thanks. Don't just stand there. Listen to the announcement and go to your designated evacuation zones. Keep to the main streets until you find the police. Hurry. Right. They don't talk. They don't bleed. It's like cutting into a sea sponge. Even their bodies disappear. Terracotta. A fitting name. Calling them reunion would cause unnecessary panic, Officer Chen. They are not flesh and blood people. Understood. Urban districts secured. Thank you for your efforts. Unfortunately, simply killing the enemy seems futile. We've been unable to discern the true nature of the terracottas, but their strength has continued to grow over the past few hours. It's hard to imagine at this scale, but could it be some kind of arts? That's what most troubling. Our Oxygen reactors monitors are still unresponsive. But that proves this cannot be reunion. I'm absolutely sure of that. Is a disguise just an illusion? But this image of reunion strutting down the streets of Lungmen, it's disturbing. They are completely insulated against origin. We had thought this impossible. But it's happening. How did they infiltrate Lungmen? Our conventional methods have failed. We have no indication of how the enemy appeared. It is as if they had been here all along, standing in silent ranks, charging, routing, and charging again. Just like the tide. I'll prepare our defenses in accordance with the contingency plans. Be careful. The LGD can afford to lose you. Whoever the master is, they're just creating illusions. Other than causing a little chaos, is there any real threat to Lungmen? They go down in one hit. These things are freaking me out. If we don't move, they just stand there in those perfectly straight rows. But they'll come rushing as soon as we pop our heads out. Keep your voice down. They're very weak. Let's hurry up and find a way to get a jump on them. Wait, what are you doing? Hey, what are you guys doing? Get back here! No, you're not with us. Who are you? When did these things get in here? What's with your face under your helmet? What? What the hell are you? Get away from me! Ooh, what's with all the ruckus? The LGD freaking out just cause they ran into an enemy that looks like them? Get up! Alright, I'm so sorry. Wait, you're not Chen, sir. Who are you to give me orders? Just roll with it. Where is Chen, sir? She is organizing a defensive line for the urban districts. She's going to block off the enemy and wipe them all out. This thing just popped out of nowhere. What makes her think that this would be the way to get rid of them all? This is what Chef Wei determined. How am I supposed to trust your judgment when you're so on edge where you're slipping up left and right? I'm still dizzy. Hey, one last question. I have no obligation to answer to the general public. The LGD is here to follow Chef Wei's orders. I just want to ask, is the LGD out there crumbling with the people from Ossus or like Yen folk from Jiangqi? Maybe some other heavy drinkers I'm forgetting. Or are you guys running around with hooch in their canteens instead of water? I can really answer that and I really don't know. I'm just trying to live down the shame of a certain Chen drinking me under the table. Pull yourself together, do some stretches. We don't want the general public involved. Oof. Gah, my head. Gotta sober up. What did you just say? I said, well, I guess there's no need to turn down help from upstanding citizens. We lost the heat source. Can our instruments trace it? No. Conventional monitoring doesn't work. It only uses temperature to determine a rough location and with severe lag. Receiving reports from all squads, the enemy appeared out of nowhere in the city. Still no trace of Originium arts. Let's rout them like we did before. Contact! Terracottas are changing again. They? What happened? Chef Wei, they started learning to use weapons, and more importantly, contact with the enemy reveals unique traits in each individual. It's as if they're really living people. Impossible. Who would make such a realistic illusion? There must be a caster. Send out a scout team to find them. They've taken out our equipment. You still think they're fake? They're not illusions, they're real. But this, it doesn't make sense at all. Is there anything I can do to help? Thank you for your kind words, but you need not trouble yourself. You've dispatched Rhodes Island operators to assist the LGD in securing the urban districts, and that is the greatest help to us. Is Chef Wei here? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. You are the leader of our partner organization, Rhode Island's Pharmaceuticals. I believe we can put it that way for now. Doctor is the appropriate form of address. Sorry, Doctor. And Chef Wei, what are you doing outside? All information on the terracottas has been disseminated to all members of the LGD through the terminal. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot there was such a thing. It still isn't finding the heat source? This is very strange. Temperatures are rising through the lungmen. We can use thermal imaging. None of our instruments can detect the heat source itself. We can confirm that the terracottas are directly connected to the heat source, and it is likely that the defensive line will collapse if we reallocate manpower. Wouldn't it be better to look at the other way around? What? Like, what if we took all the Originium powered equipment in the city and turn it to max and look for whatever we don't detect an Originium reaction? Sorry, I was out of line. This isn't really my wheelhouse. No, that's just crazy enough to work. Hey, how much equipment does the LGD have the authority to deploy directly? It's a lot more if you include civilian ones. But if we have to overload everything, all of Lungmen will be paralyzed by the time we find the heat source. Paralyzed? What kind of damages are we talking about? I don't know, tens of millions. Maybe we better not do it. No, just do it. Nian sightings have become less and less common since the development of nomadic city technology. We have not had the opportunity to study the Nian. The LGD will do whatever it takes to uncover the secret of the Nian, even if it's just the tip of the iceberg. I trust no son's judgment. Thanks, but shouldn't we make careful projection before? Sectors 4 line has been breached. I can raise the team leader. Other lines has been engaged. There are too many enemies. All teams, keep the airwaves clear at all times. Repeat, all teams, keep the waves clear. Dynamic codes will be sent to team leaders every 10 minutes. Use this to identify yourself. Damn it! If it's not one thing, it's another. Stop complaining. The rest of you, form up to get the wounded back. Don't let them break through the barricade. Oh, that really brings back some bad memories. They're getting tougher, but there are no reunion and we beat reunion. Regroup! No. You're supposed to be dead. That's a fake, you moron. It's not that infected. Come on. Captain! Don't be look mid profanity. Stupid. They're all fakes. All of them. I know. But to see them all of a sudden like this, You again? I just killed you a second ago. None of you have any issues to work out with your colleagues. This is a great opportunity. Dig in your heels and give them hell. This is as far back as we go. Are you going to let them into LGD HQ? Yes! Langman Guard Department. Chief Wei, we've found an anomalous area on thermal imaging. We've got a lock on the heat source. It worked. But we are out of time. Some of the targets have breached our defensive lines. Report. We're getting distress signal from multiple teams. Where's Officer Chen? Officer Chen met up with Rhodes Island operator Amiya and are currently engaging the enemy approaching the LGD. Why don't you let me give you a hand? Chef Wei? Langman trusts the doctor's abilities, and since Rhode Island operators have joined the fight, the doctor should enjoy command authority equal to that of Officer Chen. We'll leave it to the doctor. The enemy moving outside the containment zones will harm the civilian population. We have to... Wait, we pick up a strong originium reaction. A sandstorm? This is... Special transmission incoming. It's Inspector Lin. Hasn't old Lin been retired for 7 or 8 years? What's he saying? He said he tossed all the enemies who slipped out of the containment into a dumpster. And he still has a message for Chef Wei. Officer Lin is a hero of the LGD, and we should respect his opinion. Yes! Big Wei, how are the greenhorns? Is this how they're doing things? Why don't make a special dispensation? Throw me and Little Wei into the ring and I promise we'll have this done in under 10 minutes. Chef Wei? I miss those days when we were all young. But the LGD hasn't fallen so far that we need to rely on those two. Contact Officer Chen and let us trouble the doctor to command the Rhodes Island operators. Time to fight back. I told you the New Year's couplets you wrote were auspicious. Just now I saw several faces who should not be alive. That's my fault now? And how many times have I told you not to use that old pet names in front of the men? Who is it who wears the pants around here? Right, that's why she's Big Wei. Whatever. So, what do we do now? Well, I never thought I'd live to see another Nian. Reminiscing about our days on the force? No, and my daughter's even home. There's no point in heading back there. Let's see what they've got in store this time around. No matter who we become, our duty to protect the people hasn't changed. I can feel my arms. Shit. These stings. Why do I feel like they're getting stronger? What? What's going on? Why are these people chatting us without so much as a word? I think you got a bit twisted, waifu. I'm afraid these aren't quite people, you know. They're more like ghosts or something. Ghosts? Oh, whatever. Wouldn't go down this easy, would they? Legend has it that New Year's approaches, all kinds of monsters will come out to plague the people. Could be something like that. Monsters can be seen and touched. course can't. You say that, but he vanished right as you kick him. Ah, where are you pulling us all of a sudden? And you're looking kind of stiff, waifu. Take her out. You civilians should be in your designated evacuation zone. It isn't safe here. You're hurt, sir. Your right arm is broken and you will lose a lot of blood. It's at least an hour and a half walk from here to the LGD. Can you handle it? I'm fine. Jack, you better not. If I might speak freely, I come from a long line of doctors. And since childhood, I have taken upon myself to save lives and care for the wounded. Whenever I encounter some excitement on the street, I always rush to see if I can be of aid. What are you doing? Stopping your bleeding, dressing the wound, applying anesthetic, giving a whole new lease of life. The last one sounds a bit overboard. It's under control. Come now, sir. How often do you get a shot at free healthcare? I really appreciate it, but there's something off about... Yeah, what's off, Ray? What was that drug? Are you licensed? Show me your papers or else... The pain's actually gone. And what's that fruity smell? The new stuff is watermelon flavored. Congratulations on being the first to try it. Why would you have watermelon flavored injections? Honestly, the pain relief is just a placebo effect. Your bleeding has stopped and you'll certainly have no trouble returning to LGD in one piece. Once there, do remember to get a formal medical treatment, as a special debridement will not solve the problem, and there's no way to know what substance caused the wound. Did you just admit you're informal? This is an emergency! Let's get you up, sir. You're all alright. I really do feel alright. Thank you very much, and I'll report this instance to my superiors when the battle is over. No. Just not go reporting things. Safe travels, sir. Take care. What a weirdo. Phew. That's my good deed for the day. Experimental experience region number 3. Effective. No short-term adverse effects, continuous observation, smells of watermelon, origin unknown, and that's that. Origin unknown? Right, it worked. It didn't kill anyone. That's what I call good medicine. Good thing it worked, or we'd have to knock you out and hand over to the LGD to calm things down. Those schools are making trouble all over the place. Is this why Oli had us out the street all of a sudden? I definitely don't want to give up the stage to them. Well, ghosts, what can you do? You can punch or kick them. But you just can't fight a ghost with your fists. It can't be done. No way, I can't do it. You were doing that literally 2 minutes ago. Well, I've been short of work lately, so why not just leave them to make some patients? Like the bicycle repairman who leaves nails on the street. Keep going down the path of wickedness and you'll get what's coming to you. I'm not worried. I know far too many happy, healthy people who've earned comeuppance. My turn is a long way off. By the way, Hang, are you curious about the Nian? I just want everyone to be safe and sound. Yeah, so, dull. What about waifu? Want to stick into containment zone and take a look? I won't stop you, but I'll tell the Oli all about it. Don't you want to go toe-to-toe with a literal legend? Bam, pow, bang, uppercut. I've heard the Nian is a tough, bloodthirsty demon. One you can actually see and touch. And if you can defeat the Nian, your old man is preserved the ultimate truth of the martial arts will finally be willing to fight you. And then, at last, father and daughter communicate with their fists, counseling once and for all. What a beautiful story. Hey, waifu, I was just kidding. Don't be like that. Wait, waifu, where are you going? Oh no, Hang, stop her! Mom? Mister? Have you seen my mom? Mister? Huh? Lady, where did that man go? It's probably not a good idea to let a guy like that silent and armed to the teeth surround kids, huh? But Mom told me to find a policeman if I got lost. You don't have to do everything your mom says. But, no buts, little one. We've got the battle of the century going out here. You run along and play somewhere else. Okay. Thank you, lady. What a good kid. Is it a sweet little show like that supposed to make you think, oh, maybe she's not so bad, and lower the dagger? Is one woman supposed to be able to wear out the entire LGD? Not one to mince words, so let's get right to it. You're an ordinary warrior. What's your name? Lava. As with people these days, they can be your name. It's too weird. It's my code name. That's kind of a pain. What's the difference between a name and a code name anyway? Is it so important to express your identity as an independent organism? You're the one who asked. Besides, there's no way you could understand us. Nian. Wow. Recognize me right away. That's what they used to call me, but I don't think Nian is cool enough. Can we change it? I want a badass code name like Lava. You won't get away. The LGD can track you. I don't have to run. Come, Tin Man. This is the weapon you took from the Longman Central database. What can you do with such weak illusions? Oh, you cut through the air with a dagger? I've never seen arts like that before. Pretty badass. Thanks for the compliment. Should I teach you? Not bad. I didn't expect to see a massive moving metropolis. You people have some tricks up your sleeves. And your arts, well, I've never seen such a skillful and practical approach before. It's a relief. I was afraid you wouldn't have made much progress. Use the data in those records to create illusions of reunion and the LGD. Your power is not like the original arts, but you can't fool me. Now that I have you figured out, the monsters that have been plagued Lungmen for centuries will be no more. You're smart, Kilky. Where'd you come up with this stuff? I've been combining ancient records and modern papers in a quest to understand you. Ah, so all this year I've been sleeping, you've been cramming trivia about me? Pretty much. I was born and bred to hunt your kind. Ah, so you're like a fan of mine. If wanting to kill you counts. I never thought I met someone like you. Before I forgot myself. Oh, honey, I'm touched. I'm on the verge of tears here. It's like I'm a forgotten has-been meeting an old fan. How about it? Why don't we call a truce and go get a drink? Since we're waiting for the Tin Man to overpower the... Oh, what do you call again? That's right. Since we're waiting for the Tin Man to beat down the LGD, we might as well find something to pass the time. According to the records, it's been decades since you last attacked Longman. You have no idea what we're capable of, and you're still so sure of yourself? What are you capable of? You've got taller buildings, a bit more metal in your machines, and your hotpot tastes worse. What should I be worrying about? What else can you show me? You seem to be looking forward to it. That I am. You'll see. Let's call it divination. They're allowing divination these days? Time was. A commoner would be put to death for seeking knowledge of the heavens. If divination's as a crime, then I'm guilty as charged. You. I'm even more curious about you. You sure you don't want that drink? Then make those things stop. Is this like a surrender now and I'll let you live thing? I care more about the truth than fighting you. The truth? Why do you want to know? Seeing as if we're so in tune with each other, I might consider telling you. Your goal, and how to defeat all of you once and for all. All of us? Nian is your only name. The catastrophe is far more than just you, I know that well. What are you going to do when you know the answer? Still going to be all fighty killy? Yeah, maybe. If your true form can actually be killed. Ha! There's a change in attitude. A pressure in the air. Hey, little lava. Don't call me that. We are not friends. Don't say that. You really surprised me. You learn a lot more than I ever expected. You're right, At first, I wasn't planning to do anything to the city. As far as I'm concerned, you were weak little folk gradually making your way in the world. But I have to admit, you made some real progress over the years. and to think someone's actually been watching us all this time. It's a pleasant surprise. You left behind horror stories and monster myths in every corner of the world. How could we not look for you? Sometimes it was a giant, sometimes it was army, sometimes it was arts like a trophy, but we always grew stronger in order to survive. What I don't understand is how the people of ancient Nian fought with spears and halberds, while Langmen today has huge cannons to protect the city, and in the end they all suffered the same fate. Were you going to go easy back then, or are you stronger now? Or you need just the right amount of destruction and mayhem to make a point. Isn't this fun? I wake up to find that little ones who haven't changed in years are suddenly so close to the truth. So, I think it's time to take off the kid gloves and pop up the difficulty. You won't get away with it. Ooh, fire. So the dagger was just an opening act. The staff is the headliner. You people have never been willing to use your power efficiently. And that's one thing that hasn't changed. A shield? I've never seen anything like it before. And suppressing the range of my original arts. How did she do that? Hey, original arts, that sounds pretty badass. But my flames is now. She has a power specifically to block them. Special arts are trickier. But I do have one teensy little question. How did you come up with all this stuff while I guess, we were snoozing away? No comment. Isn't that right? Let's change the subject then. A minute ago, you said my power was to use data to up those storages. Sorry, but that's a swing and a miss. How can I figure something so complicated so quickly? Turns out, you break stuff down to the simplest part. Language, arts, anything, and it's all pretty much the same. And the best possible material that I could find was that data. Your past enemies, your fears and anxieties is perfect for having a little fun. Think of it like blowing bubbles in the park. What are you trying to say? When you said you had me figured out, I got this warm, tingly feeling. I wonder if it's true. Yeah. How? The top of the building. It's melting. Relax. All the people are gone. What are you going to do? Smelt. Cast. Temper. This city will make the perfect forge. Little lava, don't you think you make a good blacksmith? Who wants to be a blacksmith? Just like those phrases. They were so out there. I never thought they could be true. But the Nian can pull off some incredible feats without using arts in the traditional terms. Now, just like the conclusion of those papers, I have to try this. Oh, the dagger slices through the air and compresses it. Is this how you use those originium arts? None of the records or studies give any indication of your true form. It took long enough to determine that you were actually a communal organism rather than a single individual. But that begs the question, why am I standing here? Cover your ears, Nian. That noise! The heart of the crucible is nothing but strong. That's... Never thought I'd see you cowering. What the hell are you? How do you know about that? No. I know all too well who's behind this. Shit! How much did he say? Tell the humans. Surprise? Countless researchers have spent countless years going over every record they could get their hands on, and still not one could find even a shred of hope to combat the Nian. But there are many ancient legends in the land of Yen, and the ones that don't concern you have interesting bits to them. Legends? Old folks saying like the din of fireworks rings in the new year and such. Ah, so that's how it is. I guess these things turn into legends to be passed down through the centuries, even if you don't understand the true meaning. In a world plagued by catastrophe, we find a way to keep things going. Isn't that nice? I'll put a little more thought into it. Let's build something a bit less boring. She closed her eyes. Wait, she's taking something out of her mouth. It's a sword? Slow uptake. And don't distract me. What if I choke? Special arts. You cut it open? Is that so surprising? Just cut right into it. You can't do that? Never enough respect for the time-honored crafts. Always after some kind of boring old embroidered pillow or whatever. And let's have you feel the weight of history. Ugh. Oh, sorry. Was that too heavy for you? Hey, are you still alive? So this is the power of the Nian, huh? I'm not impressed. Come on. That was pretty hard, wasn't it? Don't try to act tough here. It's fine. I already know how to beat you. Aren't you at least a little shocked? If nothing else, because I'm actually putting up a fight? Ha! I think someone's getting too big for tattered bridges. The ground. No. The world is shaking. Does this mean city mean nothing to you? It's overkill, isn't it? Just to deal with you. I'm only trying to see the best you humans have come up with. And passing the time, I guess. How long can you keep fighting? 10 minutes? An hour? A whole day? Until I unravel the mystery of your trickery. You're dreaming. How could a simpleton like you perceive that which is beyond you? She pointed to the sky. Heavenly Forge, take the bounty of the earth and smelt an edge to slice the sky. Arise! Chapter 2 done. Next episode will be Chapter 3, the final chapter of Ancient Forge. So we're gonna see you in the next episode. Enjoy life, enjoy day. Ciao!